Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We are here for transfer talk, a little bit earlier than normal, a little bit earlier. And I see the Chelsea boys are still very, very happy. Congratulations to them. Couldn't have actually, I wanted Chelsea to win it. Let's be fair, I did. I quite like Mason Mount. I quite like a lot of their team. So it's only fair that they won it. Isn't that right? But let's have a little chat about some new things that are happening over this, some new contracts. Basically, today is a lot of contract talk. There's a lot of contract talk. Even Salah's potentially getting a new contract. Plenty of things. Also, I fixed my lighting. Yesterday, it was horrific. I suppose this is the issue when Amazon deliver your parcel late. You can't get the lighting right before you do a stream. Now, I got it perfect. So fuck you, Amazon. Slen, excited for this one too. I can imagine European champions. Yes, you are champions of Europe, baby. Big up to the main man, Niall. Big up to Chris as well. Chris will be here at 3 p.m. We are doing a watch along for the League One playoff final, hence why this show been moved a little bit. Daniel saying money, Mason Mount. Yes, Mason Mount is a terrific player, but what are we going to be discussing today? Well, let's have a little look. We'll start with this one, shall we? Chelsea are going to offer Thomas Tuchel a new contract extension. As a lot of us know, his contract runs out at the end of next season. Chelsea would be the dumbest club in the world not to offer him an extension. So we'll be discussing that one. We'll also be discussing Manchester United offering Ole a new 3-year contract. This one has caused uproar within the football community, especially Man U fans. They're fuming. I can't imagine why. Ole's done a great job. Yeah, he didn't win you the Europa League, but let's be fair. It is what it is. He's doing all right in the league. And the last one is obviously Manchester United to offer Bruno Fernandes a new contract extension. He's got 4 years left on his deal, so they're just basically giving him a pay rise and saying well done for all of his work. I'll be putting the link in the chat in just a second. But let's go through some of the news, shall we? Let's start with Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel meet Chelsea's board in the next days to sign a new contract confirmed, just a matter of time. He's already planning for new signings together with the club. The agreement will be completed until June 2023. So it's an extra 1 year added on to his contract with an option for one more season. So basically, they're adding a year on to what he already had. He was meant to be up at June 2022. They're going to add an extra year onto that and then still keep the 1 year contract extension if they wish to trigger that as well. I presume it will also probably be a pay rise. It's just 1 year European Champions Cup, the UEFA Champions League, he's getting a pay rise. And I genuinely think he deserves it. The second one, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be given a new 3-year contract. Man U will offer Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a new contract and will support him with up to 4 new signings in the transfer market. Original transfer budget is £150 million. The contract, a lot has already been spoken about. A £30 million contract, so it's £10 million per year. He's already on a £7.5 million contract, so he's getting a yearly pay rise of £2.5 million. I haven't done the calculations. Let's do the calculations before some people go apeshit about how much. Oh my God, we're giving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that much money. Jesus. Let's work out 2.5 million. If I can, there we go. So he's basically getting 48k a week more. I think so. Actually, no, I've balls that right up, guys. 1 minute. There we go. Don't get me to do maths. I was never very good. Yeah, so he's getting an extra 48 grand a week. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? In managers' terms, that's actually probably quite cheap. The last one, Bruno Fernandes, close to signing a new contract. Bruno is close to signing a new 200k a week contract with Manchester United after admitting he is happy with the progress of Ole's team. 4 years left on his original contract. His wages are being doubled. He was on 100k a week. Now it's going to be 200k. His agent flew into Manchester on Tuesday to step up talks with the club, and the club wants a deal done by the Euros. I also think Bruno is probably the same. He'll also want this deal done as quickly as humanly possible. Right? It makes sense for all parties for him to have that contract and to do it quickly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link into the chat when my system is not running like dog shit. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. StreamYard sometimes. It's either StreamYard or it's my end. One or two. Something is having a mare. There we go. Because everyone complains when I post it in straight away. It's not there. So it is there. The link is there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it to the comment section so that people definitely can't moan at me. There we go. I've pinned it, right? I think I have anyway. So I've pinned it. Come on, have your say. Obviously, we're discussing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's new contract, Thomas Tuchel's new contract, and Bruno's new contract. Plenty of contract talk today. Liam saying, how many years are they offering Bruno? Bruno, I presume it will just be an extra year added on. If not, just keep it the same. He already had 4 years left on his old contract, so I reckon it will just be another year with a 1 year option to extend it. It's just more for Bruno. It's more about pay. Like, I think there's a few players that are being paid more than him. That's just simply nowhere near needed for me. So it makes sense for Bruno. It's more of a money thing, not a contract length. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they're going to offer a 3-year deal, which for me makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense at all. It makes a lot of sense for me. Lanzi saying we're in a Champions League. We're having a Champions League winning striker next season. Up the Abraham. Oh, I mean, he didn't actually even get on the bench, did he? Poor guy. Poor guy. He didn't even get on the bench, which is a bit embarrassing for him. It is a bit embarrassing. But we've got Daniel and we've got Lewis. Daniel, you're a Chelsea fan, so I'm presuming you're still partying hard. But what do you make of this? Obviously, I think this is, again, it's just stating an obvious fact and the blare is the obvious. And Thomas Tuchel, new contract, makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, just give him what he wants and give him the players he wants, and then we'll be fine.
You got to say how Rio did, which is put the contract on the table, let him write down the...
Yeah, but not in the same way, because we actually do back people.
Yeah, but basically, just put the contract down on the table, let him write the amount he wants, and then go from there. Because, I mean, to be honest, for Thomas Tuchel to have come in, was it January or February? Which one?
January.
January. So, for Thomas to come in during January, where this squad was Frank was like, oh, it's not ready to compete on the major competitions, right, Frank? And then to obviously, I think you were 9th or something. It was pitiful. And Thomas Tuchel has managed to get you top 4, and sort of won you a Champions League, which, in the grand scheme of things, actually seems like a very successful season for anyone at Chelsea. How important is it that Tuchel he seems to have fallen in love with the club, and he's very good tactically as well. I want to make that very clear. So how important is it that Tuchel is going to stay at Chelsea potentially for an extra year?
Very important. I think we can, if he gets the right players, we will challenge for the Premier League.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, Pep is obviously afraid of Tuchel now, shitting his bricks. Like, there's only 2 managers that scare Pep. One is Ole, and the other one is fucking Thomas Tuchel, because Ole just can't, Pep can't break him down. Like, and this is why Pep is the most fraudulent manager of all time, because if he's got, as long as he's got a Messi in his prime, of course, or a young Messi, all is good in the world. All is good. The minute you ask him to do it on a tactical basis, fraud. But Lewis, what about you? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Tuchel, Ole, or Bruno?
Well, we might as well stick with Tuchel for now. Obviously, that's topic 1 now. It's like I don't know. I don't know. You know, mate. Sorry. Like you said, it's important because I saw it's something like 126 days since Tuchel first got the job, and he's what scored top 4. Now we're in the Champions League.
Yeah.
It shows when you get someone who's experienced in manager how much it can turn on a season. Lampard was not ready for the job. Many people said that. That turned out to be true. They brought in the former PSG job, the PSG manager, who within that position last year, he's experienced, he can win titles, he can challenge for things, and he's came and he's done what Chelsea fans expected at the start of the season. Maybe not Champions League winners, but to get that far and obviously win it, and then obviously top 4 is a must for them.
Yeah, no, for me, Tuchel absolutely deserves it. And look, I think Daniel, the question I've got: are you surprised they're only giving him an extra year? I suppose it's somewhat a smart move with the manager merry-go-round that normally happens. But are you surprised that they haven't just gone? We'll give him an extra 2-3 years, try and really keep him down at the club, or are you thinking that they'll look again next season and see what he's doing then?
I think basically that they want to do. They don't want to make the same mistake they did with Lampard, do they? They don't want to give him like a long-term contract.
Did they give Lampard a long-term contract? Did they?
Yeah, I think it was like 3 years. I think it was 3-4 years.
I suppose. Yeah, but Lampard would have been cheap. I'm not gonna lie. Lack of experience, he'd have been cheap. But Daniel, what do you make of Ole getting a new 3-year deal? Do you, as a rival, looking at United, do you see that as a sensible move for them? I mean, I know that Ole didn't win the Europa League and blah blah blah, and most of these people are like, oh, we're not winning trophies. It's that sense of entitlement again. And to be frankly honest, they've got bigger issues than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But you know, they want to pin the blame on him when you've still got Glazers in charge. It makes complete logical sense to me. But do you see this as a smart move from the United board?
Smart for them, but not smart for him, because
not smart. But you don't think it's a smart move for Ole?
Because if whatever happens, so if next season they don't get top 4, he gets to blame, don't he?
He'll also get sacked, but that's just but that's the same with any manager at a top club. If Tuchel doesn't get top 4, guess what? He gets sacked.
Yeah.
If Klopp doesn't get top 4, he gets sacked. If Pep doesn't get top 4, he probably gets sacked. Like that's the same with legit any of these top clubs. If you don't get top 4, you just get sacked. It's a very simple way of looking at it, really.
Yeah, but he knows he's not going to get back properly, so why is he staying?
Well, they've said that his transfer budget is going to be 150 million. That seems like good backing to me, especially you get top 4. Well, if you think Sancho, that's only what they're giving him. That doesn't include player sales, so they could sell Pogba, they could sell Martial, they could sell a lot of the dead wood, which I think we've worked it out before, roughly. I think we've done a little bit of working out before. Here is Velvet Swan. Let me just. I wrote it down somewhere. I don't know if I probably just removed. Yeah, there we go. Big up, Valve. 1 minute. I'm just looking. We actually went through all United's dead wood. I wrote it down in the book. We went through all their dead wood and we actually totted it up and I priced it up. And it was like, there we go. De Gea, Lingard, Pereira, Matic, Dalot, Matic, Matar, Matic, Jones, Martial, and Pogba, total of 150 million. No, 180 million. So that's if they manage to sell all of that, you presume that will be an extra 100 million for Ole to have. So he is going to get backed by the looks of it, and United need to calm the hatred down at Old Trafford for them. So look, he'll get back. So I think that sort of comment is a strange one. But Velvishwan, which one do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about Tuchel, Ole, or Bruno?
Let's talk about Ole.
talk about Ole then. So Ole's getting a new 3-year contract, £2.5 million pay rise. United look like they're gonna back him with £150 million transfer budget for the season. What do you make of that?
I think it depends if they get rid of all the deadwood. You don't know, like a couple of the players. I don't see like getting rid of all of them in one window will be enough. I feel like some of them will. Like Dallo will probably stay at AC Milan. Pereira might stay at Lazio. Like other players, I feel like they need to loan them out or try sell them to another club. So if they do, and then is it 100 million they give back to Ole? Or 150?
So they're backing him. So the money that they're giving him as the original transfer budget. So it gets a bit weird, doesn't it? They're giving him £150 million, right? That's what they're getting. In terms of player sales, I presume they'll get more after that. So if let's say they sell all the deadwood, like if they do somehow magically sell all their deadwood, you'd probably predict that Glazers will take a bit for themselves to go buy some prostitutes, drugs, and to wank off with, and then you'd imagine that they'll probably put some more back into the club to give to Ole to spend on players. So you're probably looking at about 200, 230 overall if they sell some players.
Then I feel like if they get the players, that is, they get Sancho, Botman, and DM, then they'll be good. But Ole getting a new contract, I don't see it. Like, you could tell Ole, he's out of his depth at the moment. Like,
well, no, he's still learning. To put it bluntly, Ole's still learning, and you have to look at everything. So look at how well United have done in the league since Ole got there. For the first time since Fergie left, they've got Champions League 2 years in a row. And I know that's not the standard, but guess what? Hello, dickheads. It's the first time you've done it since Fergie left. So it clearly is your standard. Your standard is you've managed to get top 4 2 years in a row. That is clearly where Manchester United are as a club right now. If they're giving him the money, and the thing is, he's managed to achieve this with a double pivot of Fred and McTominay and Lindelof at the back. Like, fuck my life, that's horrific. So I think credit to Ole. I think he's doing all right. And you could not go into a new season with a manager with a year left on his contract. Could not do it. Because then when Ole's talking to players, the players in the back of their heads go like, is he still going to be manager in a year's time? Well, what about the new manager? He might not like me. So you couldn't go into a summer transfer window with a manager on a year left. And then all Ole's going to have in press conferences, Ole, you've only got a year left on your contract. Do you think you're going to leave at the end of the summer? Ole, do you think you'll leave? All he'll get is bombarded with, Ole, are you signing your deal? Are you leaving? Do the Glazers fuck their prostitutes in front of you? Like, they're just going to ask him a load of ridiculous questions. So in all fairness, it just makes complete and utter sense for me. It's same with Thomas Tuchel, really. You couldn't really have Thomas Tuchel with a year left on his contract. Jesus Christ, that would be pretty savage. But Andrew, I'll just quickly go to Andrew, because I want to talk to him about Thomas Tuchel. Tuchel signing a new contract. I'm presuming it's more of a put the contract in front of him, let him put the amount of money he would like, and get him to sign it.
Well, if there's any negotiation, all he has to do is whip out the European trophy and just put it on the desk.
I was just about to say, do you reckon he's going to walk into the boardroom with the trophy and just put it next to him and go, what's up, guys? How are we doing? Let's talk.
Exactly, yeah. I think you might need to add a couple of more zeros or just bump it up.
He's definitely getting a pay rise, isn't he? That's for sure.
Yeah, pay rise. I think I read it's like a new contract to 2023 with another year option.
Probably some more perks added in as well.
Yeah, but I'm also glad. I'm glad it's not a they might have done it with other clubs and given 4 or 5, and at this club, I don't think that's realistic. At this club, so it's only like an additional, possibly another year on top.
They guess it keeps him hungry, doesn't it?
It does, but it also. I think they're starting to learn they don't really like paying loads of compensation to managers. It's been quite a lot, you know.
I can only imagine why. I mean, you do have a sort of the process of, if shit's not going well, I'm just going to sack you. So it's probably smarter to not be giving them 4 or 5 year deals.
It's the only thing we spend more on than transfers, managers' compensation packages. So it's, do you pay it off
twice?
So.
do you pay it off in one go, or do you pay it off?
I know. Well, it must be, because it's not like. Well, I don't know. It depends, really. It might be like a gardening leave thing. You know,
Roman gets a call from Marina going,
yeah,
Roman, I need your bank account number again. Why? Yeah, what have you done now? I've sort of sacked our manager again. Fuck's sake. Yes, here's my credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the one with £29 billion in.
Yeah, that's the one that no one knows about. Yeah. It's the manager's one. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, you're right. You do it now. After a year, you would have a year left, and then it's just not right, really. Be quiet, you. It's just not right. Leaving him a year left. 18 months. He came in. He said it. He knows why he's here. He's here to win trophies. He's won the biggest club trophy in Europe, and that's a good start. A very good start. And it's like he's earned that contract in 5 months. You know what I mean? He was here for 18 months. He's done his work in 5. So it's just about working with him and seeing who he wants in the summer to bring in, who he wants to stay, who he wants to bring in. Because next year, for me, it's all about the league. For me, next year. I was
just about to say, I think next year, you think about the core of your group, Mason Mount, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, sort of defensively, Rudiger, Mendy, Thiago Silva's gonna they've opted for his extension, so he's gonna be there for an extra year. All you really need, to be brutally honest, is a long-term replacement for Thiago Silva. Potentially a backup DM to cover for injuries. And this is why I don't think you should get Declan Rice, because Declan Rice is a first-team starter. You don't need one of them in that DM role.
No.
And then a striker that's going to bag you 25 goals a season.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. No, the defender. Listen, I think they'll try and get Varane. They'll try and get Varane. I think they'll buy this Tchouaméni kid from Monaco, and then I think I might make myself like a fool. I think Lukaku's done. I think Lukaku deal's nearly done. I think it's just agreeing the price and how much they're going to pay up front. Do you know what I mean? I think because personal terms are always agreed very quickly, aren't they? Personal terms are like so far they're like agreed like
United have already agreed personal terms with Sancho.
They probably had the same. They probably agreed it. They agreed it over a year ago, probably with Sancho from last summer, and now it's just literally. Now they go from wanting to do a bid to preparing a bid, but nothing's happened so far. But it's like I just think it's that I'd want the Lukaku deal done as quickly as possible for the Euros, hopefully. But other than that, I mean it's good. I think you're going to see more outgoings than incomings this year. It's I think we're going to raise a lot of money.
Who do you think will go under Tuchel? Because Ziyech has barely played under you lot.
Well, I think Giroud and Tammy are certainties to go.
Tammy didn't even make your bench last night.
I know. I think the 2 left backs, Alonso and Emerson, are going. I think Zuma will probably go.
Do you think we'll really get rid of Alonso and not just keep him?
I think we'll get rid of. Listen, I think we'll get rid of. Well, I want to get rid of both of them. If I was keeping one of them, I'd keep Emerson.
Really?
I think he's very he's underutilized, and I think he's under, whatever the word is, I've lost my words. But and then who else? not knowing the midfield's going. Ziyech maybe is probably one that's probably the most to go, if there's anything of the wide players. But I don't know. Listen, there's all this conjecture about whether he's going to change formation next year. He might do. You might see the better Ziyech, but they're just handing out. I just read they're handing out new. They're just like doing new contracts this summer. I read Rudiger. I read that they're going to offer Kante a new long-term deal. I would put in his contract the ability to clone him. So we can just take. You
don't fucking need to when he's on the pitch. There's fucking three of them already.
Kante triplets, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, fucking Kante, and the beautiful thing about Kante is he does it with a great big smile on his face.
So humble, mate.
He's there ripping the shit out of world-class players with a grin on his face. Like, that guy is so lovable, and I hope he doesn't play for France.
Smiling assassin, that's what he is. But yeah,
I would like Kante not to play for France this summer. So if he could just take a summer off and just go out with your mini, go see some sights. Because
me and Kante are already going out together.
Excellent, because I really don't want England to have to face that. I mean,
we're going to a nice place in the basement. I mean, sorry, in the restaurant.
I forgot.
Just anywhere where we don't have to deal with Kante triplets against England. That would upset me. Big up to Hector watching on.
Shut up, man. Sorry.
Big up to Hector watching on Twitch. You'll never walk alone. 6 times champions of Europe. With some, they look like trousers to me.
Wouldn't say that was also.
Wait, they are trousers. What?
Or they're.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what Ed's done there.
I mean, there's supposed to be drinks. I think it's supposed to be a beer.
I have no idea what he's putting there.
Beers?
Edgar, I definitely think you've put in the wrong emojis in there if you're talking about trophies. But we've done Tuchel, and we know that Tuchel's going to be back, so we might as well not even try and guess who he's going to get. We already pretty much know what he's planning. Let's talk a little bit about United. Actually, Slen, we haven't got your opinion on Tuchel's new contract. Talk to me. Well, here he is.
I think you'll have to give me a few minutes because my neighbors are very loud, so I'll talk when they shut up.
Would you like me to send Velvishwan round and he'll sort them out?
For God's sake. He won't get rid of him.
Give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes.
Okay,
I get to a place where...
I'll give you 3 minutes.
Very messy.
Thank you.
Lanzi saying bet wake up winners, you'll never sing that. Well done, Lanzi. Well done. Chelsea battered City. Kenny's happy, I can see. Kenny's very happy, man.
And Villarreal battered Man United.
Good evening.
Good. Well, the thing is, let's talk United, shall we? Bit of double news for them. Andrew, I'm going to go to you because you're the most sensible out of everyone out of the rivals talking about United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's getting a new 3-year deal. What do you make of this? Because obviously you hear lots of United fans going, I don't want Ole, I want Zidane, which makes absolutely no sense because the Glazers will never do that. No. I also would like to be in a committed relationship with Mason Greenwood and win the lottery. But guess what? Cool. I'm currently living in Plymouth, streaming on YouTube. So, there's a bit of a difference to life, really. What you want and what you get is two definitely different things. But what do you make of it? What do you make of Ole getting a new 3-year deal? He's going to get a transfer budget of 150 million reportedly. He's getting a 2.5 million pound yearly pay rise, which is about 48k a week. Extra.
Yeah, I mean, I can sort of see both sides. I understand people don't rate him; they're frustrated, but it is progression. They're second in the league. They got to the cup. They got to a cup final now. They didn't play well, but they got to a cup final. For Ole's sake, I wish the players would sometimes turn their words of praise for him into the performances on the pitch. We found that under Frank Lampard. Everyone loved Frank Lampard, and I was like, near the end going, if you loved him that, if you're loving and playing like that, I'd hate to see what you're playing like if you hate him. Because Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? It's like, but I just wish they would turn at that. I will say he's still learning, even though he's 10 years in, because he's at a big club. The problem is, and I understand what Man United fans are saying, maybe we don't want to be your learner club. Do you know what I mean? We want like a finished article. And I'm not saying Zidane is a finished article whatsoever. I'm just saying maybe they want someone who's had a bit more experience, of winning things, not learning on the job, and that's what Solskjaer is. But I mean, it is stability still at the club. Having all those managers since Fergie's left, the issue is always going to be the Glazers for me, mostly. But Ole still has to take blame for some of the performances he is seeing out there, and also his tactics as well, especially during the final. I mean, he did what Pep did, didn't he? He played he played nearly all of his attacking players, and once that doesn't work, you then look at the bench and go, "Oh shit, who am I supposed to bring on to change this?" Do you know what I mean? It's like I've played all my ace cards and it's not working. But listen, it's progression. Yeah, you've gone from two, like you said, second season in a row in Champions League, first manager to do that since Sir Alex Ferguson. Not even Mourinho did that. So, well, you know what I mean. So, just
not from the league anyway.
Yeah,
I know. Obviously, Mourinho did it in the Europa League and then got top four in Europa 1 or 2.
I just think that thing. I just said it to you. I think I said it in the reaction to you. I don't think it was the name of the cup they were winning. It was actually just winning the cup. Yeah, that's why I was a little bit pissed about when we lost the FA Cup. It wasn't about winning the FA Cup. It was about winning a cup. It's about getting that winning feeling into the club, which they haven't had for 4 years. And I think that's important. That's why yesterday's for us is so important for these young guys. That they've already won something and it just changes their mentality. It would have been the same for United. We've won something. We progressed to second. Can we move on now can we challenge? Can we put a sustainable challenge? That's the next thing Solskjaer has to do. But can the club also back him? That's the thing as well.
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? That is the $1 million question. Kenny's saying at least we have a European trophy, unlike a certain Arsenal, City, and Spurs. Did you know that Manchester City have the same amount of Champions League trophies as Plymouth Argyle? Bet you didn't think you'd be hearing that today, did you? Unlucky dickheads. You may have more Premier League trophies, but we have the same Champions League, i.e. none. Nearly 20k overall views for the channel. Let's push that to 20k, lads. Absolutely. Yeah. Yesterday was mad. Our playoff championship watch along, almost at 1k views. Which was insane. Did not expect to see that. We're doing League One today. I'm going to be joined by Christopher and Aaron. So that'll be a good one. Obviously.
Blackpool.
No, I'm all for Lincoln today. I want to see Genie's tears, and they better be real tears. That's all I'm saying. Ole is not ruthless enough in big games and does not take risks and does not allow his team to be expressive enough. Boy, in the final, he played a fucking double pivot of Scott McTominay and Pogba, which is most expansive.
He took a load of risk. Wednesday. Just didn't pay off.
Oh yeah. I'll deal with that in a second because I'm fucking. It's Kenny, isn't it? It's Kenny. So, can someone check that for me? Whilst I basically apparently UEFA have kicked out.
Barcelona, Juventus, Real Madrid.
They actually kicked him out there.
I'm not seeing anything on Twitter. So.
Neither am I.
On Sky Sports, Sky Sports.
If I have to block Kenny again, I absolutely will. I'll be very angry. But as what was I even saying? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Basically, what was I even saying? What was I even saying?
The final of the Europa League.
Yeah. So he played the double pivot of McTominay and Pogba, which is very expensive. Not seeing him doing that often enough. So yeah. It's one of them. I actually think he is, but yeah. No, Kenny, you're a bullshitting little bastard. So yeah, there's that as well. Ollie is ruthless. Well, not ruthless per se, but he was expressive yesterday. Chelsea's defense was solid, and Man City couldn't really deal with them in any way, shape, or form. Alex is still buzzing. One happy Alex for sure. No way have I put in a better Champions League final performance than City. This is true. Kenny saying, "Come on, Blackpool." Kenny is a freak. Kante better than Maka.
Makalele.
Oh, Makalele. You check Madrid zone and scroll down. Right. This is what the 6 looks like. You've put 6 trousers again, Hector.
6 trousers.
6.
Well, it looks like.
Well, you've got the same amount of Champions League as us since 2005. So shush.
6 trousers. I don't care.
Apparently, Pochettino's asked to leave PSG.
Yeah, that was obvious.
Which is a bit mad.
Wasn't there somewhere?
Yeah, Kenny, I can't actually. Oh, here we go. Sefrin, an old lady in my village in Slovenia thanked me for stopping the Super League madness. One of the remaining Super League presidents, Perez. I read it and didn't reply. But he's just saying I read it and didn't reply. Kenny, why do you chat so much shit in your life?
Got nothing left.
Kenny, screenshot and send it to me because right now you're chatting.
He's got nothing left.
Not that I can see of anyway. Prime is saying champions of Europe. Yes, champions of Europe, indeed. You are indeed champions of Europe. Bruno, let's talk a bit. Let's talk a bit about Bruno, shall we? Obviously, we'll touch on this. Lewis, talk to me about Bruno. He's basically just getting a pay rise, probably extra year chucked onto his 4 years he's already got left to United. But the statement he said is he is happy with the progress of Ole's team. So what do you make of giving Bruno a new 200k a week contract, which is basically doubling his money?
Yeah, it's probably what they expect. It's probably what people expected from to get a new contract, regardless if it's more years or just pay wise. Because they'll want to give him that as high a rate as possible. Because if he, I don't know, let's say it comes down to when his contract expires and he says he wants to leave, well, he will leave. Like if he wants to leave and he doesn't sign a new contract, but people will look at his United wage and go, will he want approximately the same? And then it'll be only a few that will be able to afford him. And then if he says in like a few years' time, I want to leave, but he's still contracted under United, will a wage be an issue for him? So they'll want to try and tie him down as much as possible, and then just try to relieve the pressure in a few years of if he decides he wants to leave. The wage could be an issue.
To be fair, at the end of his contract, he'll be 30 years old anyway, so he won't have long left anyway. So if United tie him down to an extra year on this, plus the 1 year extension, he probably ends his career at United. Kenny is sending me shit now. 4 days ago, Kenny. Of course, I wasn't going to search that far down, you freak. UEFA are planning to ban Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Juventus from the Champions League. Well, duh. He did say there would be punishments for anyone that's in there. So, yeah, of course, that's just standard, really. But Andrew, talk to me about Bruno. This just seems like a formality, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. He has changed that. He's changed that club. You know, he might not have showed up in the final in the midweek, but he has had a positive effect on that club. It's only right, really. It should be rewarded. I mean, we're talking about 18 months, essentially, of being their best player. Or their most important player, however you want to frame it. He pops up. He's been impactful. He's changed that team. I'm all for it. You know, when you show it on the pitch, you should get rewarded, and he's done that, so he should get that. It's all good. Now he's just got to, when they get to a semi-final or a final, just got to show up essentially this time. So
yeah, just got to perform.
Yeah, just got to perform. Yeah, but deserved, man. Been their best player over the last 18 months for me. So almost.
Yeah, I hear that. But Velvishwan, what about you? What have you made of this?
I wanted Bruno at Liverpool, so that says a lot. He is a very, very good player. Even though his stat pads a lot, I think he's a very good player. He's elevated United. He elevated the midfield around him. He literally got the best out of the forward line. Got the best out of Martial, Rashford. And yeah, he's been amazing. For like 2021, he hasn't been that great as the standard he set, but that's normal when you play for a shit team like United, who are losing to Villarreal. And yeah.
You lost to Burnley. Let's not go down this route, Velvishwan.
I don't remember that game.
Yeah, well,
do
I have to go get some pictures ready for you?
Oh no.
That's what I thought. So if you want to talk shit teams, you lost to Fulham, Brighton, Burnley. Oh yeah, you also lost to Everton for the first time in your this century. So don't talk like that. But Daniel, what do you make of Bruno and getting a new deal? It makes a lot of sense, to be fair, doesn't it?
Bruno is Manchester United best player for the last how long since he's been there. If Bruno wasn't at Man United, they wouldn't be where they are now.
Yeah. No, I hear
so
that.
I think he deserves what he's getting.
Yeah.
But if he don't win a trophy in the next 3 years, he's going to leave.
Yeah, probably, maybe. You never know. You just never know, do you? I mean, it's one of them that it is what it is. But we're not going to do this for an hour. We normally would stretch it out, but I'm doing a League One playoff final at 3 p.m. and I've got some bacon to go cook. So I'm going to go cook my bacon sandwich with egg. Bacon and egg. Always do it on the weekend. Andrew is still going to jump up and down singing Champione. As will Slen, as will Daniel and Velvishwan. We'll God knows, probably be at Kenny's house. But before we go, please either like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Check out our Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, on Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. Also, if you are new, leave a subscribe on the video, on the channel, and turn on the bell with notifications on. Just makes it easier. It does make it easier. Else, when Charles wakes up or doesn't have a headache from drinking 10 shots of vodka and then drinking the vodka out the bottle, I'll be sending her directly to your house. But next week, we've got plenty of stuff as well. We're going to do the England squad announcement that will be done on Tuesday, doing England versus Austria watch along. We're also going to do Andorra versus Republic of Ireland on Thursday. Friday, we're going to do Spain versus Portugal watch along. And then Sunday, we've got England, Romania, Luxembourg and Scotland at the same time. And we're going to have do a watch along straight after that for Belgium versus Croatia. So make sure you check out all of them. Also, I've got to go and collect the United lot and the Liverpool lot for a big quiz to decide who wins this season, because they came join top, and I want to see who loses. But before you go, Daniel, where can they find you?
You find me on Twitter at CSCDanielMTG. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. And Chelsea are champions of Europe again, baby. Let's go.
I hear that. What about you, Lewis?
Find me on YouTube at Perry Sports, Instagram at Lewis55, and Twitter at Lewis160.
Perfect. Velvishwan, where can they find you?
They can find me. Huh?
Are you Velvishwan?
I thought you said slang.
You don't want to be. You don't. He's wanted in many counties.
So I'll see you in half an hour.
Oh my God.
Elvish one, where can they find your weird ass?
weird
Twitter,
ass.
Instagram, Avel_skills.
Perfect. Andrew, what about you?
This channel, Charlotte Strong channel, Bits and Bob's channel, link in the description, Windsurfer, the Nexus channel. Also, KHN Football, we're doing a video live stream tonight at 7:30. I wonder what we'll be talking about, but thank you very much.
I'm guessing you're going to be talking about Chelsea versus Aston Villa if I'm
Oh no, it's the build up to the Super Cup now, 3 months from now.
Oh yes. Of course. Where you'll be taking on Villarreal. Slen, where can they find you?
They can find me here every time you have a Chelsea chat. They can find me on YouTube at The Shed End. They can find me on Instagram at Official Slen and on Twitter as Slenstrand.
Perfect. We'll be back in 40 minutes with the League One playoff final. Blackpool versus Lincoln City. Should be an interesting game. I'm
on Lincoln.
Go on, Lincoln.
Yes, I want Lincoln to win. But Tuchel's going to get a new contract. Ole's getting a new contract, and Bruno's getting a new contract. Today was very contract talk. But Chelsea is still European champions. Congratulations to them and their team. And we'll see you in 40 minutes. But until then, thanks for watching.
Honestly, try honestly.